Hey guys, if you like my videos, please subscribe down below. I appreciate the love, the likes, the comments. Let me know what you think about your picks and predictions as well. Today, as promised, I'm going to give you an update on a few NFL picks that I like this weekend, as well as I'm going to give you the picks that are mainly dependent upon the AFC and NFC playoff pictures. So I'm not going to give you, like the Carolina Panthers game, stuff like that, but I'm going to give you some really good juicy matchups this weekend. So first, we're going to have the 8-7 Las Vegas Raiders against the 9-6 Indianapolis Colts. So the Colts are favored by 7.5 currently. COVID's still going around. Carson Wentz tested positive for COVID. So, I heard they called Phillip Rivers back up to see if he could quarterback the team. Obviously, he's busy with his children, so he can't do that. But there's a lot of different factors playing in on this game. First off, the Cardinals played the Colts last week, and Jonathan Taylor had that long run in the first half, and then afterwards, after that long run, he only managed about 50 yards after that. So the Cardinals held him in check most of the game, other than that one long run. I think he had like somewhere around 28, 29 rushing attempts, and I think he did break the 100-yard mark for the game, but it was just because of that one long run. The Raiders actually have a better defense against the run than the Cardinals do. The Raiders are 13th against the run, so Jonathan Taylor may have a little tougher time on the ground sledding some yards than he did against the Cardinals. So we'll see if he can break that. The Colts will be missing still multiple offensive linemen. I don't know if they're going to get their guard back. I don't know if they're going to get their center back as well. So COVID's up in the air, so we'll see what happens with that. The problem is several Raiders tested positive for COVID as well. This COVID stuff is getting ridiculous. I mean, it's gonna affect fantasy championships this week. It's gonna affect playoffs in a couple weeks. And so luckily the protocol switched from 10 days to 5 days, but still that's still gonna cause some issues. Casey Hayward and Denzel Perryman tested positive, so that's gonna hurt the Raiders defense as well, especially if Carson Wentz can play. If he can't play, then it won't hurt the Raiders as bad as they're going to have a backup quarterback playing and not be able to stretch the ball down the field with T.Y. Hilton and Michael Pittman. The Colts are also stellar against the run. Josh Jacobs is going to have a really hard time to be able to run on the ground game. He struggled mightily. He actually did really good against Denver. I believe it was the first time it was a career rushing game for him. I think he had over 120-something yards rushing against the Broncos, which is surprising because the Broncos have a good run game as well, but they were just more physical in the second half. But I don't believe that Josh Jacobs is going to have that type of game against the Colts. The Colts run defense, is third against the league in run, so they're going to put the clamps on them, and Carr is going to have to go in the air and exploit the middle of the field defense. But huge news for the Raiders is that Darren Waller should be and could be returning to the starting lineup for the Raiders, which is a huge boost. Look for them to go to the 2 tight end set or the tight end wing set with Darren Waller present. And, they still have Deshaun Jackson to be able to stretch the field if they need to. Not like Henry Ruggs, but Derek Carr will take his shots. And they'll probably will line up Darren Waller out wide as a wide receiver as well to get that one-on-one matchup with the corner, because the Colts corners are their weak point of their team. So I'm taking the Raiders plus 7.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I think that after John Madden had passed away this weekend or a few days ago, that's going to be added motivation for the Raiders as well this game. I know that people in the organization, they personally knew him, maybe not players, but they understand what John Madden brought to the Raiders. So I think that's going to be a huge boost as well. Like I said, they're getting Darren Waller back, and with Carson Wentz and multiple offensive linemen hurting, the Raiders have a pretty good pass rush with their front four with Crosby. So I think they can apply pressure, and for those reasons, I'm taking the Raiders plus 7.5 points in the game. All right, guys, so stay tuned for my next pick. It'll be out later today.